Well, hello everyone, and welcome to The Code with En Vivo Associates is our sponsor, and here on YouTube is En Vivo Live. So many names, but all you have to remember is The Code. We are here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, whenever God allows, and in Spanish on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time as well. So if you have a topic that you want to share, an expertise, you a motivational speaker, coach, all of that good stuff, send us an email to info@envivoassociates.com. And we have a guest today, and she's going to be talking about something very interesting. But I got to tell you, I was talking to her just now, and her energy level matches my own. I think it's a little above that though. I think it's a top notch above my energy level, and I love it because we all are connected with the right people. You just have to put out there the things that you want, and guess what? The man out there will send you the people that will connect with you, and that's the reason why I want to share with you what she have to say today, because I don't even know what she's going to say today, but I know it's going to be good because her energy level is good. And when you get a chance, visit her website. It's www.live-good-live.com, but she's also on YouTube, and you will be able to find her there. And we're going to be talking about from Wimpy to Worthy, and her name is Susanna Goulder. I was actually trying to practice that, but I still think no matter how many times I practice it, I will destroy her name. Like most of you people say Graves, and it's Sandra Graves. So let's go to Susanna Goulder, and then she's going to tell us exactly how she has to say that. So Susanna, it is all yours. Tell us how first to say your name, the way you want to say it, and then tell us who you are.
Sandra Graves. My name is Susanna Goulder.
Good. I love that, the way she say it. Say it again. Say it again.
Goulder.
I love it. So tell us, you are a speaker, you are a coach, but you have a little bit of something extra that you add to it. What is that?
Innovating success.
I love that. So tell us more. What does that mean?
What that means is that every day you wake up ready for the new day to dawn and bring something new in. And for me, goes way, way, way back to when I started in New York City with $2 in my pocket and a dream of determination to work in the film business, and I had no idea how that was going to happen. But with that determination, day by day, putting the energy out, you talk about energy, every day putting the energy out and trusting it was going to happen, I ended up being a very successful set decorator in film. And if anyone listening has seen something called Sex and the City, then you saw my work.
I heard of it. You were there?
I was the one that set up the whole look of the show with the team of the art department and the look of the show as the original decorator.
What?
And there's a movie out now because it's Halloween season. It's with Kevin Bacon called Stir of Echoes. And if you see that movie, that's my work too.
Wow. Okay. Let's pause. Great job. Definitely deserve that. So you went from the Wimpy to Worthy. So what about you was Wimpy? Because I don't see it.
Oh no. You know, it's true, honest to goodness. There in me is a big time, big wimp. But what I do is I've learned over the years being in the film business, seeing that the people who were the most successful were the people with the most confidence. So today I'm going to talk about how to break that confidence code and how to bring it in. And so when I was in the film business, I set out a whole plan for my life. And Sandra, I think you'll understand what I'm talking about. I had planned for years to be in the film business. I saw how my retirement would go. But for a number of years, my values and the values of the film business started to diverge. And one day I went into work, and I won't go into the whole story right now. But by the end of the day, I went home and I said, that's it. I'm done with the film business. And in that time, I had realized how much I needed to be in alignment with God. And I saw that the film business, I could not live a life helping others in the film business any longer. And so today, the first step I talk about from wimpy to worthy is really risk.
Yeah.
It's living a life of risk, because with God, how many times does God give you a life that's nice, cozy, safe, and secure?
That's right. Well, you know what? That's funny, because I'm glad that you mentioned that, because that's what most people run away from, risk. And they believe that they're going to be worthy when they are not even trying to risk anything. So tell us more.
Well, you know, what entrepreneur means, if you look up in the dictionary what it means, it's people who take risks. And with God, I just knew there was something else I was supposed to be doing that I wasn't going to get done in the film business. And so I took a risk, and the next day I woke up saying, well, what are you going to do? And I always had a longing to go into seminary, and never thought it could fit into my life because I was a set decorator in film. But then I looked it up, and I found out that seminary was starting in 2 weeks. And so I applied to seminary, and what happened was, a few days later, my church called me up. They said, we believe in you. We hear what you're doing, and we're going to pay half of your tuition for both years of seminary.
Wow. Yeah.
So I want to say to everybody listening, risk is frightening.
Yeah.
But when you stay in alignment and trust with that which is bigger than you,
that's right,
that knows the best in you, it will guide you through, and you will get signs like that saying, you're on the right path.
Yes.
You're doing the right thing. And if I hadn't taken that risk to leave my stable, secure, successful job, I would not have been grown into this which I love, I'm passionate about, and I feel more worthy because it's more true to who God had me be. So the first step is risk, and risk is okay. Even in these days where there's weather issues that come and people's lives on a dime turn and change, when that happens, look to God and know God is going to bring something better in the end, and trust that.
That's right. That's right. You know, and I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I love telling the story. Many years ago, when I was working with this company, I decided that I wanted to get a house for my kids. And the company announced that they're going to lay off people. So I start running to try to get a house before I get laid off. Most people would have been like, I'm not going to get the house. I'm like, no, I am going to get this house, because I said I was going to get this house for my kids, and I'm going to get this house for my kids. Then I got laid off with a new house, a new mortgage, never had paid mortgage before. And then God blessed me with a job, actually a contract, that was paying 3 times the amount that I was making before, because I risked it. So I'm glad that you mentioned that. So tell us more about examples of your risk life.
Well, the next step that I want to share with is about how do you start your day? Because we get in the habit of starting our day in the same way. Every day we get out of bed. And what I want to propose to connect with that which will take you not only to risk, but to passion and purpose, is when the first start of the day is by quieting what you want, what I want, and to really ascend to the place where there is just a listening, which takes us beyond who we know we are, because when we have limited sight of what we can be, but when we quiet ourselves and step outside ourselves and allow ourselves to enter that silence where God is, there's something that opens in us to hear new things, get new inspirations, get new insights, and maybe even have a new vision of our lives. And so, as I said, when I was in the film business, I did not picture this life today at all. And I know when I was talking to you before the show, you were telling me how you had this show, and it was this way, and it was that way, but suddenly in May, you had a new, broader vision for it. And so what we want to do is risk a bigger vision, not just stay where we're at, but risk the bigger vision, even if we haven't accomplished the vision of today. Today we can say, today is the dreams of yesterday. Tomorrow is the dreams of today. And if we get stuck just in, well, I haven't made this happen yet, I haven't made this happen yet, I haven't made this happen yet, we close our eyes to actually what is bigger and better for tomorrow. Once we put in the prayers and the wishes and the visualizations of today, we let that go and trust that that's going to come in. And then start to say, okay, then what's coming next? Does that make sense?
Oh, yes, it makes sense. A lot of sense. And it makes so much sense, but it sounds so simple that a lot of people get it wrong because they believe it always have to be so challenging and complicated and all that. And it's just really simple. And one thing is that we just have to learn to dream big. And a lot of people, they dream little to the point that they don't make it because their dreams are so small. I learned to dream big. And the bigger I dream, the more I achieve because God is with me. Not only is that I dream big, but I believe that is going to happen because I trust that is going to happen.
And so what can happen in those early hours in the morning is to go into that quiet place, but then also to read inspirational people, to put on the inspirational music, and to download onto pieces of paper all the worries we have. Just write them down and let them all go. And if we start every morning with this practice to bring in the inspiration, knowing that there is a presence with you 24 hours, 7 days a week, wanting to see you succeed, but that you need to do things that get you out of that human mindset of worry, concern, doubt, and fear. And when starting in the morning, reading the sacred texts, reading inspirational reading, listening to inspirational music, and writing, getting rid of the doubts by writing them down until they're all on the paper and you let them go on the paper, what happens is you take with you a fortification, like a wardrobe of inspiration and innovation, and you walk through excited through life. But when you just get out of bed first thing out of the dream and you start to walk into your life, for whatever reason, a lot of times you wake up, I wake up worried about the things I have to do during the day. And so before I go wash my face, I wash my spirit to bring in the spirit of belief and innovation and inspiration so that I can walk into my day with that power that you just mentioned, how powerful and how much you believe. You got to build that up before you pull off the covers and get started with the day.
That's right. And I definitely agree with that because that is something that I had to learn and learn and learn until it actually become a pattern, because now I wake up every day excited. What is it next that I'm going to do? well, I'm always doing something different. My day is never the same. It's always something different happening because I am up for whatever God have for me. I am up for, if someone said, let's try this, I'm like, let's do it. Because that's how we're going to grow. That's how we're going to transform ourselves, is by being ready to take on whatever comes, but being open to that.
And what's so wonderful is when you start to do that, when you lift yourself out of the human mindset, which the human brain is built so beautifully. It's built to protect us. You know, we have that fight or flight, and we all have heard that the flight or flight is starting in this day and age to go against ourselves.
Yes.
So we need to work the tools that bring in the inspiration, and that's when you open the door to seeing God in your life and seeing every day going, that's God helping me. Oh my God, I just asked that question, and I heard on the radio show the answer to my question.
Yes.
And with feeling that presence of God every day, it gives us more motivation to feel that we're worthy to be instruments, to be the hands of God, to be the loving force of God on the earth today, which is so needed today.
That's right. So before you go to your third point, we actually talk about risk and getting inspired just before you start the day. So finding that quiet place and that time for yourself to be inspired. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to pause right there. And what we're going to do, we are going to go to a commercial break. And when we get back, we are going to have Susan tell us more about how to go from wimpy to worthy. Are you worthy? Gente, aquí Sandra Graves y oye, quería decirte que te conectes con En Vivo Live todos los martes aquí en YouTube. We are going to be here every Thursday at 7 p.m. with different guests bringing you different information, con invitados especiales, con tu anfitriona, yo, Sandra Graves. No te olvides, subscribe, suscríbete y comenta. The code is presented by En Vivo Associates, our affiliates, our sponsors, and of course, our guests. Our guests who present you the tools that you need to identify the success you desire. If you would like to be a guest in this show, or if you have any comments or questions or any show idea for us, please send us an email to info@envivoassociates.com. Thank you for tuning in to The Code. Well, welcome back to The Code. Don't forget that we are here every Thursday, whenever God allows, at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And although this is not a religious program, it is definitely a blessed program where we have people that are talented and are ready to help you get inspired, help you achieve your goals by them sharing their story, their expertise. And if you need a coach or a speaker, all you have to do is connect with them. That's the reason why we bring them. And today we have Susan with us, and I'm not going to say the last name, as you can see it in the bottom right here, because I am going to chop it up in pieces, and that is not nice. I don't like anybody to mess up my name. So she's talking about something really, really powerful, and is we're talking about from wimpy to worthy. And my question to you was, are you worthy? And I know many times we have messed up so much. We have screwed up to the point that we feel that we are not worthy. But I believe that her message to you is that yes, you too can be worthy. And we're going to find out more about that. But don't forget, if you do have a topic that you want to share with us, send us an email to info@envivoassociate.com. And we are here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and in Spanish Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. There's so much to remember, and that's the reason why we just have to be always grateful and focused on what Susan said, willing to take risks and willing to get inspired each morning by just taking time to think about what we have and being thankful and what is next. So tell us, Susan, what is next?
What is next is that if anyone did not answer the question that they are worthy, if they didn't answer that they are worthy, then let me say anyone who's born on this planet is worthy.
Amen.
And every day you are worthy. What's really interesting is that the times of life when we fall down on our face, when we think we aren't worthy, is actually it's the fuel that will take you to your worthy place. So Thomas Edison, he invented the light bulb. It took him 10,000 tries, 10,000 failures to find that light bulb and to have it work. And so it's the same, you know, I teach speakers. I'm in a program, I'm a director of a program where speakers are learning how to speak. And every speaker came up this weekend, and their story behind them was one where they had gotten knocked down. But it was from that they found the passion in their heart to what they wanted to bring to others and help others, how they overcame that. Yes. So if you're feeling knocked down today, you know, tomorrow, bless you. Tomorrow, just step up again and see this is a dawn of a new day. I have a new way to try to approach this, and give it all that you have in your life. We're all meant to grab the brass ring and shine. I have stumbled and fallen so many times, but from that, I have a greater understanding of how to communicate to people, how to coach people, how to speak to people. And so when you fall, say, thank goodness I've fallen, because I'm going to rise to a new level because of this. You are a worthwhile person. We all are worthwhile. And those scabs, those scars, are obstacles that are going to lead you to understanding something new that will lead to the new inspiration where you can innovate something that maybe the world has never seen before.
Yes, that's right.
So it's okay to risk. Every day connect with the truth in your heart. Bring out the truth of who you are. And in those times when you fall down, that, I think, Sandra, is our biggest challenge in life, is not to let those challenges come inside and start to cloud our view. Right. And that when we get rid of those clouds and see that the sun is always shining, just as you go in that airplane, you go through the clouds, the sun's always there. Yes. It's there for you too.
That's right. And because you said all of that, I am going to emphasize the topic of today. If you are feeling wimpy, let me tell you that you have a lot of strength. Just listen to what she's saying. All of us had felt wimpy at some point in our life. All of us. But when we get to that point of not wallowing in self-pity and just understanding that we have somebody up there that is just taking good care of us, we're going to feel worthy. We are here to learn. We are here to learn from our mistakes. So don't take the belt or the whip and just destroy yourself with the bad. Oh, I've been evil. I am so bad. No. You are amazing because God said so. And that wimpy ways, He want to turn it into a David and Goliath situation. So remember, David was not always strong, but he trusted in God and he turned into a worthy person. But it was always that way. He just had to believe it. And he did that. He trusted in God. And that's what Susan is telling you today. All you have to do is risk. You have to take that time to get inspired. And then, what was the last one?
The last one is to see that there's a brass ring for you, and it's waiting for you. And though you see above you and there's a sky above you, beyond the skies are the stars, and you're meant to be a star that shines. So no matter what's going on, if you get knocked down, see that you are a star that's meant to shine, and allow that shining of your heart to come out. Let it shine brilliantly. Be who you are. Be passionate about who you are and let that out. And if you get knocked down, then go back to step one. Take a risk. Go further. Shine brighter, because you are a star that is meant to shine.
So Susan, so right now you said you are a star. You were meant to shine. But I'm going to be the devil's advocate right now. The person that is listening to right now and says, oh, you just said that because you have been successful. Oh, you just said that because you don't know my life. Oh, you just said that because you don't know all the mistakes that I have made. Oh, you don't say that, you just say that, you just say that because you don't know me. What do you say to them?
I say to that person that there are those days where you get knocked down and you can't see any stars. You can't see the sunshine. I know that because it's happened to me a million times. And I think that if you really saw all of the inspirational speakers, you know it's happened to them. The difference is that they still, and you can still do this. After the tears come out, and after you just want to give it all up, the next day the sun comes out and you say, it's a new dawn, and I'm going to try again. And I can promise you this because I've been through it a million times, so many times. A week later, 2 weeks later, a month later, you say, oh my God, I'm so glad that I pushed myself through to see the sun behind the clouds because it did come out. There's something new and amazing happening for me. And I had to go through that to get to where I am today. You can do it. You can go from wimpy, if you're feeling wimpy today, take that risk. Connect to the quiet. Let the mind go still. Connect to the quiet. And then push through every day and say, today is a new dawn of a new day. I'm going to give myself, my God self, the glory that's in me, that Susanna and that Sandra say, I'm a star. I'm going to give it a chance. And today I'm going to go out and take one more step to my good.
That's right. And I second that for sure, for sure, for sure. And you know what? If you want to get in touch with her, she is a coach. She is a speaker. She just told you. She does train speakers to be speakers. So if you want to connect with her, all you have to do is look at the bottom of this page right here, and you are going to find her address, which is www.live-good-live.com. Or you actually can find her on YouTube. What her name is right there,
Susanna Goulder at www.live-good-life.com.
That's right. And it's Susanna. My mistake. I kept saying Susan. I don't know. I don't even like Susan. But Susanna. I don't like when people call
Susanna.
me. It's Sandra. Her name is Susanna, not Susan.
Sandra and Susanna.
Susanna and Sandra. Okay? Anyway, if you want to learn more about her, if you want to get connected with her, just do that. If you like what you heard today, just connect with her. And I am going to actually have her finish her words because I can talk forever and I can take over forever. So, Susanna, you can say whatever you want to close this.
Every minute that you spend on this earth, you have a chance to help us all. You just connect with that heart of yours. Do not zip the lip, but let us know the message that you have to say to us. You have something in your heart to say. Every day, come out there and be yourself. Let yourself say what you believe in. Bring in the good of this life. And we will really appreciate that you do. There's going to be hard times, I tell you. There's going to be people that question you and doubt you. But you look at the great leaders of our world. They were doubted. They were questioned. But they believed in the heart of what they had. And so I invite you to believe in that warmth in your heart of what you believe, the values you believe, and take a risk. It will pay off. Every day connect to the quiet so that you can re-plug in to what you know to be true. And you were born to grab the brass ring. You were born to shine like a star. And the more that you tell yourself you are worthy, the more that your word will come out and help this world. We need you. We're a team. We need you on our team. And it takes you coming and saying, I'm ready to step out and live the life I'm meant to live.
That's
And
right.
God bless you.
That's right. And thank you, Susanna, and thank you all for listening. And remember, you might have been wimpy, but now you are worthy. Have a good one.